A prominent Bathgate Paedophile Child Molester scientist, Ian Bird, who conspired to sexually assault 2 children, has been acquitted by the court, despite being described as a repugnant and depraved deviant by a horrified sheriff. Physicist Ian Bird, 70, a former director of the esteemed Hadron Collider project, was apprehended while attempting to orchestrate a reprehensible encounter with children between 8 and 12. The grandfather and father of 3 mistakenly assumed he was conversing online with the children's mother, when in fact he was communicating with an undercover police officer. Beast Bird, hailing from Bathgate, West Lothian, appeared at Livingston Sheriff Court this week, where he was sentenced to 2 years of supervision and 150 hours of community service instead of incarceration. The timorous villain sought to evade a reporter and attempted to seize his mobile device as he absconded from the court premises. Sheriff Jane Focahossen said, "You said to the social workers that you are disgusted and sickened by your actions. You sought out the complainer in the case who went by the online name Loving Mum. You then explored with her what you wanted to do. It is disgusting behavior and serious concerns remain about your vile conduct. It is in the long-term public interest to explore your deviant behavior through supervision so you never do it again. You should consider yourself lucky you're not going to prison." The retired scientist pleaded guilty to attempting to conspire to meet the woman and her family for the purposes of sexually abusing her kids between August and September 2020. Prosecutor Chris Yule told how the undercover cop, Kazi, works in a covert English unit that traps paedophiles. The fiscal depute added, "The officer contacted Police Scotland. Detectives then applied for a search warrant for Bird's home and seized electronic devices which were found to contain evidence of his lewd conversations." Andy Aitken, defending, said his client had admitted abhorrent crimes that had passed the custody threshold. He said Bird had been married 45 years and his family were standing by him and will support him as a paedophile and child molester, despite their shock, anger, and upset. Officers had taken statements from all his kids and grandkids to rule out any offending against them as part of the investigation into him. Bird had served as a senior staff scientist at CERN, the European Council for Nuclear Research, near Geneva, Switzerland, from 2002. He was computing grid project leader for its Large Hadron Collider, a 27 km ring that accelerates particles to almost the speed of light then bashes them together to help find out how matter is created.